So when I'm on a book buying ban, I'm lucky to get 1 or 2 books. But when I'm not on a book buying ban, I can get at least 10 times that amount. That is just a sneak peek of the 21 books that I'll be showing you in my October book haul. But I'm not here to talk to you about books today. I'm here to talk to you about writing a novel, specifically a 50,000 word novel written in the month of November. That is right, I'm doing NaNoWHAT-O. If you haven't heard of NaNoWHAT-O before, it is National Novel Writing Month. Basically, thousands of people sit down and attempt to write a 50,000 word novel in 30 days. Now, I may be a bit of a fool in participating this year since 1, I have an exam in the first week, and 2, I'm going to be going away for a week the last week of November. I'm still going to do it anyway, and I'm going to give it my best shot because the last 2 times I did it, I failed. 3rd time's the charm, right? Right. I will leave a link to the NaNoWHAT-O page so that you can check it out, you can find out a little bit more, maybe even sign up, yeah, because it's a lot of fun. Come on, it is fun. It's a bit stressful, but it's fun. And if you are doing NaNoWHAT-O, I will leave a link to my page so you can add me as a writing buddy. And if you use Twitter, use the hashtag BookTubeRemo throughout the month of November. We can have a bit of a Twitter party and we can talk about writing, our novels, not writing, if you're having trouble. Yeah, you'll find me there during the month. Amber Pepper told me about this idea, and the hashtag name was created by Super Sushi Pizza. So yes, very good thinking there. So for this year, I have 4 ideas to choose from. I'm not going to go into detail about them, but I'll just give you a little essence of what they're about. The first one is a dystopian. It's kind of got to do with like brainwashing. The second one is a fantasy that's got to do with assassins. The third one is also a fantasy with dragons. And the fourth one is kind of a dark contemporary with stuff that's dark and scary. And the wonderful, amazing Ariel from Books Unbound made me a cover. That's right, she made me a cover. And she actually made the title too, because I'm really bad with coming up with titles for things. But anyway, she's so awesome. And she also made Raylene 1 or 2 covers, herself 1 as well. So their book covers will be on their novel information on their own NaNoWHAT-O pages. So yes, you should check those out because she's super awesome. And Ariel, if I do pick another idea, I'll let you know. So yes, I have 4 to choose from, and I have to do some thinking and decide which one I want to do, but that's all I'm going to say. And now to talk about some tips. Even though I have failed every time I've tried, these have really helped me to put words on the page when I have the chance. Now first, add writing buddies. I never had writing buddies before, I never had anyone to talk to, so I was kind of lonely, didn't have anyone to encourage me or anything. So this year, I'm adding writing buddies because I think that having someone there to encourage you, you can encourage them, just everybody cheering each other on. It'll be a lot more positive experience since everyone's going through the same thing, you can relate and everything, and just more happy times, because it can get lonely when you're trying to write a 50,000 word novel. 2, write or die. I'm going to leave a link to this website below. You go into the web application, then you choose how many words you hope to write in a certain amount of time, then you can choose easy or hard settings and also some other crazy settings. But basically you start typing, right? And as soon as you stop, depending on which setting you chose, after a certain amount of time things start to go a little crazy. The web page starts flashing, there's noises, and it starts deleting your words, so it's a really good motivator to just continue writing. Even if you don't write anything that's like good at all, just starting to get words onto a page is better than nothing, and it can ignite a spark, or you can get back into the swing of writing and you just want to continue. So I found that to be really helpful for me. Number 3, turn off your inner editor and do not delete anything. As you're writing, you're going to want to go back and kind of fix this up here, fix that up there, change things around a little. Oh, this doesn't really work, delete it. Do not touch anything you've already written. When you go back and start editing something you've already done, you're wasting time that you could be spending writing more words and adding more to your word count. And secondly, if you write a paragraph and it doesn't quite work, leave it. Just highlight it, do something to signify that you don't really like it, leave it and move on. Number 1, that adds more to your word count significantly, especially if you're like me and change your mind a lot. and 2, you might find that useful later on. It could work in a different scene or something like that. You might change your mind later and go back to it. Just leave it there. Don't touch it. It doesn't matter if it doesn't make too much sense. It's not supposed to be a perfectly coherent story. It's going to be kind of bad, okay? It's a first draft. You can go back, edit things later. Right now, we're just focusing on getting words on that page. 4, if you are stuck on a part that's kind of boring, you don't really know what to write, anything along those lines, just stop and move on to another scene. If you know what's going to happen later, just start writing from there. Start with something really fun and exciting to kind of get back into writing again if you're stuck. It can help so much. I usually end up writing random scenes and then I link them back later, but it's so much more helpful. You get into the flow of it, you just start getting those words on the page, and it's just exciting, writing something that's actually enjoyable and fun. And number 5, utilize the NaNoWriMo forum. But the thing is here, do not spend too much time on it. It's a trap. You've got to make sure you're only there for what you need. When you're there, time flies and you could be spending a lot more time on writing. But if you're stuck with something, you need a little help, there are heaps of tips and resources at your perusal. For example, there's a whole bunch of threads that adopt a plot. If you haven't even got anything, there's so many there. Adopt a character, adopt a name, adopt a death, adopt a saying, or something like that. If you need something to spice up your story, or you're struggling with thinking up of a character or a whole plot, then go to the forum, have a look through them. There are some really, really good ideas there. Of course, that's not all. Everyone's coming together on the forum, kind of giving each other feedback, helping each other out. If you have a question about anything or need help with research, ask a question. Someone's probably going to reply. And I forgot to mention that I have made a playlist of a bunch of videos about NaNoWriMo from other booktubers, so if you would like some more tips or need some motivation or something, go check those out because some of them have some other really good tips as well. And if you need a little push or whatever, watch them as well because that's pretty much how I was persuaded to do Nano this year. So those are 5 of my tips for those of you who are participating in NaNoWriMo. I hope you find them helpful. Anyway, that's all I have for you today, so I will see you later. Bye!